I was going with Mike Tyson. You know?
Okay. Did you feel like it may have been staged?
Nah, I say his age showed as soon as he made his entrance.
This man could not walk. This man couldn't move.
There's no way he's that agile and moving that well, and then you get into the ring and it looks like you just came from a retirement home. Yeah, I think somebody should clip this and somebody should
send it to him. I'm not ducking Jake Paul. If you think I fought Juice Scruggs every day and I'm ducking Jake Paul, you got the wrong guy. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Was that like a main pitch strategy for Coach Franklin getting to play together at Penn State?
I don't want to say so because I want to say that they ain't want me at first. They ain't want me at first. They had the Nike opening. You can't get jealous of your brother, but you know, dang. Penn State.
Coach Franklin is definitely glad he grabbed you up when he did. I know it. What do you think it's going to take for us to make it past first, second, third round in order for us to get to that national championship?
For us to do that, we got to be real with ourselves, both players and the coaches. Learn from past mistakes, make new mistakes, and learn from those. But I will also just say, man, taking it day by day, because just approaching it with the right demeanor and the right mindset so we can get better.
What's going on, everybody? Aeneas Hawkins here in the Family Clothesline. If you have not found your way here, make sure to stop in. You can find Family Clothesline at 352 East College Ave, of course, State College, PA 16801. Make sure to stop in if you haven't yet. If you're gonna go online, you can find Family Clothesline at www.pennstateclothes.com. Visit us in the heart of Lion Country. We have extended hours here at the Family Clothesline on home football weekends, or you can find us 24/7 at www.pennstateclothes.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lions Den. I'm your host, Aeneas Hawkins, joined as always by my guy, Devon J. Thomas. Devon, bring in this guest who needs no introduction to the fans of Penn State football.
We are here with my favorite Mike, my Mike linebacker, Detroit's finest, the most loved in the Penn State community at LBU, so they say. Kobe L. King.
Kobe King in the building. Kobe, appreciate you joining us, bro.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
How you doing, brother?
Man.
Great.
Well, I mean, let's get right into it, Kobe. I can remember when you got into Penn State, young guy, about the same size as you are now as a true freshman, it felt like. But you've obviously grown so much. You're playing at a high level. You've been playing a lot of football your whole time here, really. But it seems like this year especially, you've been able to take a step in terms of the leadership and really the level of play. So I want to get right into that. Where have you seen yourself grow the most in this season where we're back home watching and clearly able to see that you developed a ton?
I think I've grown the most just being more comfortable, being more confident, slowing the game down in my head, and, just taking everything day by day, actually trying to get better every day. That's something that we preach as a team, but that's one of my goals, getting better every day, which is being on the field, off the field. But I would just say me having my mindset and keeping it one day at a time, having a 6-second mentality, and actually just working to get better every day with the small things, the things I can change on the field, off the field, whether it being schoolwork, something like that, just finding small ways to get better. But I just think that really helped carry over with the football because they take everything else, you handling things off the field. But I just think I got more confident on the field, more comfortable, and I just took the defense as by the horn, and, guys respect me, so that's really it.
I mean, and you talk about guys respecting you. You're a leader not only in your room, but for the entire team. You're voted captain this year. Congratulations to my Mike, man. You're voted captain this year. So how have you seen your leadership grow, develop, and help mold our defense into what it is now,
I would just say my style of leadership, I'm not a rah-rah guy. I ain't the loudest guy in the locker room, but when I'm talking to people and me and other people engage in having conversation, they feel my energy and they feel the respect I give them, and it's reciprocated. So I just think the way I lead by example. I'm always the same guy. I feel like on the field, off the field, I don't think nobody ever seen me mad or sad or things like that. But I just try to be the best version of myself and the best player I can be for my teammates, and it just shows. So that's really it.
Let me ask you, because I agree with you. Actually, I have you on my short list of probably one of the funniest teammates I had, especially back before you were Kobe King as we know and see you now, where you're playing all the time. You're the starter. You got to be the captain, the guy. Kobe King on the sidelines of Penn State football practices, I used to think that maybe you should get into comedy. Maybe you were in the wrong field. So you talk about being even keeled, not being too high, too low, allowing guys to see that. What do you attribute that ability to maintain your composure to? Where does that composure come from, would you say?
I'd say it comes from just my mentality. I want to say wrestling kind of helped me develop that, with just it being, you know, you was a wrestling guy.
Yeah.
Or were you?
Yeah.
No,
But, you know, wrestling kind of helped me with that just from doing moves against other guys, you know, and playing football. So, like, I just like sports in general.
Right.
Because you got to do one thing and you on to the next thing and you ain't really got no time to be up or down unless, you know, unless you just reflecting on things. But it's my mentality. It's the way I carry myself because, you know, same way I don't get mad or sad about a play. I don't want to get too happy or too sad about something that happened or go on in life. I just, you know, take it on the chin, learn from it, and just move on and make the best of it, really.
Before you jump in, Vaughn, can I ask a quick question? So I know you're a high-level wrestler. Are you the best wrestler on the team right now, would you say?
Talking to
It's
me?
you.
Yes.
You're the guy?
Yes.
Okay. Were you the guy when PJ Musgrave was
I
still
was
there?
that guy when PJ was still there.
Okay, that's another conversation that we don't need to have right now. We're talking about wrestling. We're talking about fighting. I got another question. It's not Penn State related at all. You just watched Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Before I ask you my main question, I want to know what are both of your takes on that fight that we saw. Devon, I know we talked about it before already.
I mean, I guess I'll go first, but to be honest with you, to be very, very honest with you, I'm very disappointed in Mike Tyson. I'm very disappointed in Mike Tyson. You know, I could care less that you're 58 years old. You're Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And to be quite frank with you, looking at the clauses of the contract.
Oh, here we go. This
you
guy's
know,
reading the contract.
how long he has to stay in the fight in order for him to get a certain amount of money. Like, I felt like that had a huge play in it. Now, Mike, Iron Mike, you're rich already, bro. You don't need the money. Me aside, $20 million, you know, there's a lot of things that I would do too. But if I'm Mike Tyson and that's going on my official record, I'm not letting it slide.
Okay.
Like, I could see if it was just like an exhibition match and it doesn't go on an official record, but that's like your legacy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like you kind of just sold out. So.
Okay, so Mike Tyson sold out. That's your take on the matter. We'll revisit that. Kobe, what do you think?
Man, I would say I'm going to go for Mike Tyson. I thought if he lost, it was staged. But if he would have got knocked out, it'd have been staged. No, I didn't think if he lost it. If he would have got knocked out, it was staged. But if he would have won, it was just Mike Tyson standard because that's what everybody expects him to do. But I was going for Mike Tyson.
Okay. Did you feel like it may have been staged?
Nah, I say his age showed as soon as he made his entrance.
Yeah. So that's, okay, I guess that's my take, right? So I remember before this fight, me and Devon are talking, and Devon was a part of the crew that's like, yo, it's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson can't lose. He's one of the heroes, right? At the end of the day, your hero is 58 years old, okay? And he looked 58 years old. I don't understand the crew that's like, it was a fixed fight, blah, blah, blah. This man could not walk. This man couldn't move.
He almost fell for the
on the way out.
I'm sorry, but there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that leading up to that fight, y'all seen all of the workout videos, training videos. There's no way he's that agile and moving that well, and then you get into the ring and it looks like you just came from a retirement home and you just woke up from a nap. There's no way.
No doubt. AI must be powerful. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Now, okay, this is my follow-up question. This is the more important thing. Kobe King, the reason I asked you that, obviously Jake Paul won the fight. You can argue that Jake Paul has made incremental advances as a fighter. He's gotten a little bit better every time.
Yep.
Does Kobe King beat Jake Paul in a boxing match right now?
Yes.
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 Can I get a little bit more as to why?
No need. I got my will versus his will.
Okay, that's enough.
That's it.
That's enough. Vaughn, how about you? You and Jake Paul right now. Now, you're the same guy last week who looked me in my face and said you couldn't beat Mike Tyson in a fight. Now, after watching that fight, I think you're way off. No disrespect to Mike Tyson.
No, I'm sorry. I still don't think I'm beating Mike Tyson in a fight, but I will take Jake Paul, no problem. Maybe that's just me seeing him on Disney Channel or me seeing him fight Tyron Woodley, who boxing is not his
wrestler.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not his steez. So, me personally, I use my hands and I use them well. So I feel like
you're beating Mike Tyson.
No, I'm beating
Jake Paul. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not beating Mike Tyson.
This is my whole thing with Jake Paul, bro. Here's what I would say about Jake Paul. You don't get any credit from me. All right, you haven't fought anybody that's your age or is a legitimate fighter. And the one time you did, you lost. And you lost to the Fury relative that's not even
that.
He's not even that.
Comparatively.
So
he's still alive, but
you're beating up 60-year-olds. You're knocking out Anderson Silva, one of the legends. Somebody's got to step up and handle this. And I'd hate for it to be me. I don't want to get involved.
I would want to see that, though.
You think I'm whooping Jake Paul? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd want to see that, though.
Yeah, I think I'm walking him down with jabs and right hands.
Yeah, I think somebody should clip this and somebody should
send it to him. I'm not ducking Jake Paul. If you think I fought Juice Scruggs every day and I'm ducking Jake Paul, you got the wrong guy. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you.
Don't forget, who was it? Nate Robinson said the same thing.
No, but he's 112 pounds. The same height. Let's get to Penn State football, Kobe.
No, my bad.
I was lose for him anyway.
Yeah, lose.
If he won or lost.
So, Kobe, looking at this defense, you guys are, statistically, you're a top 5 unit in the country. I would argue that you guys are the best defense in the country, and that'll show itself when it matters most. But you're the leader of it. You're a captain of that unit. You're the mic, so a lot of it runs through you pre-snap. Talk to me about what that experience has been like, leading a group of such a dominant group of athletes like that.
Man, so far it's been fun. Honestly, it's been a blessing just, seeing from where I've been at and how far I've came and where I'm at now. And then just being the captain of a defense and of the team and being a Mike linebacker, which the teammates and the coaches all picked me to be in that role. But I would just say, just with the guys that I've been practicing with every day, working out with, the amount of the heights different people can reach and where they at now, man, it's just like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we said, "Oh, this Cincinnati team, blah blah blah." Like we really got guys that can compete with something. And ever since I've been here, those guys have been getting better, and different guys have been getting better, but. I just say the best thing about it is just seeing my evolution, seeing me transcend as well as players that came up with me in my class.
Yep.
But man, it's been fun. I've been having fun, man. I've been playing this game since 5 years old. I can just start naming guys, man, because the whole defense we stacked. We all got the same mentality.
Yeah.
We all hunting and. I can call up every name that's on the defensive roster. It's just, they are dogs, but
all of them.
It's just fun out there playing with them boys because we all got the same mentality. We all come with the same approach and the same demeanor. So we all like minded, and that's what I think make the defense a great defense. So,
And you talk about great defenses. Over the years we've had some incredible defenses. And in your time you've been in the same room with some incredible linebackers. Who would you say in your time has been the biggest influence in your play style and how you do things and how you operate in that room as a leader and as the Mike linebacker?
It was one guy specifically, but it's 2 guys because I can't count the other guy out. First guy, Jesse McKinnon.
Simple.
Real simple.
I don't want he wasn't. He was a vocal leader, but he had to be because it was natural for him.
Yeah.
But he definitely gave me a couple of strings to attach to, the type of person I am and
your play style.
My play style.
How you operate.
How I operate, because he was a loud guy, but he knew something. He told me some things. He always told me just stay down, keep working, be humble.
Yeah.
Have humility, and it's gonna take you a long way. And ever since he told me that, it was like something clicked in my head. Like, all right, he sees something in me. He see my character. I just gotta improve on it, increase it, and grow from there. But yeah, that's my guy. I called him about a couple months ago. We talked. Was chopping it up, but secondly, Ellis
Brooks, man.
Ellis Brooks.
Yeah, man.
Another great Mike. Oh my goodness.
You can't forget Ellis, man.
You can't forget Ellis.
No, it's just certain players that you remember throughout your years. I've been here for a long time, and nothing was easier than playing D-line with Ellis as your Mike when you're a young guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure a lot of the young guys look at you like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy playing with Cole, but like when I was a young guy, we had Ellis Brooks. Ellis Brooks, it was so simple. Like, everything was coming out, and it was quick. If the decision needed to be made between this or this, like he was making that decision now. We was just playing. Yeah, he'll make you right. I mean, it's the same thing with the Mike we have now. That's why I love playing with Kobe so much, because he's a very similar player in that. You know, I see a lot of Ellis influences. My bad. I
definitely took some pieces from him. His game, with him being a shorter linebacker. Not that I'm short or anything, but you know, I just kind of took some pieces from him, which he had advantages with because he was shorter and a little quicker. But he was great. He was probably the smartest player I ever played with, ever been in the meeting room with. I learned different schemes from him. I learned how to play linebacker from him and just being in the meeting room with him. And because when you first get there, it's like, all right, you know you want to play D-line. I want to play linebacker. We get the install. But actually just dialing in and learning how to play within the scheme and understand what we're doing and what guys doing around us, those two guys definitely helped me just elevate my game from that standpoint. So,
for sure. That's what I feel like that's what good Mikes do, Devon, what you described. They calm everybody down. They're communicating the checks, they're calling out what formation you might got. They might call out an empty check, whatever it may be. A good Mike is gonna calm everybody down because they're really facilitating that. I got a quick, funny Ellis and Jesse story. I remember it was summertime. At the time, for those who remember, Ellis and Jesse were like 1 and 1A for that Mike spot, right? This is before Jesse made the transition to end and ended up being a starter there. So there was 2 guys on one spot, and both of them were good enough to do it, for sure. I remember one time we're doing summer workouts, and we're in Lash. We had just run Destructors. We were heading over to the basketball hill, and the whole defense is standing there. We're all dead tired from Destructors. The gate's not unlocked. And Jesse's like trying to get the gate unlocked. And Ellis like smacked his hand off of it and went to like fix it because he couldn't do it. And when I tell you there was about to be a war right before the run, bro, it was crazy, dog. Those were 2 Lions, though. And they ended up, I mean, obviously, they're like brothers. They're inseparable to this day, right? But that's kind of the cool part about Penn State football is like you've got depth and you've got guys who want it bad. And like summertime especially can get competitive. It is what it is.
Real talk.
Definitely is what it is. I want to ask you a little bit, Kobe, about your high school and coming out of Detroit. You know, obviously, you played big time football. King, right? King guy.
Cass Tech guy.
Jay
Reed, the King guy.
Jay Reed, the King guy. Either way, I think my high school has beaten both Cass Tech and King in the last 5 years. We don't need to get into that.
We get into this Ohio football debate all the time.
Against Ohio teams, I'm 2-1. And you know the teams.
Who were the teams?
Pickerington Central, St. Edwards. And that was it.
You beat St. Edwards?
The other 2,
No, tell me the truth right now. You beat St. Edwards?
I'm 1-1 against St. Ed's.
Okay, so you did lose to him too, though.
I didn't play when I lost against him, though.
Okay.
But when he was playing, he said he was putting belt to behind.
Really? Is that what you're saying about St. Ed's right now? Okay. All right. Either way, man, Detroit. Talk to me about coming up. Obviously, everybody knows you're a twin. You and Kaylin came up together. I can imagine how competitive that was, but paint a picture for me about what that childhood was like.
Oh, man, me and my brother played every sport growing up. We was each other's best, worst competitor, best, worst critic, tough love, man. We did everything together until now. We always wanted to play football. Recruiting process was about the same, similar. Had a couple one-offs with certain schools. I was a wrestling guy. He was a boxing guy. Both ran track, basketball, baseball. I was a catcher.
So you had a little cannon on you. You was a catcher.
Nah, listen though. The coach's son played catcher too.
Okay. You was a backup.
I'm a fresh catcher, like 6th grade, just starting baseball catcher.
Right.
And he come back. Baseball was done for me. My brother,
that was it.
Yeah, my brother was a pitcher. He was a good pitcher, but I couldn't do catcher.
You couldn't be a hitter? You couldn't go up at bat?
I hit some foul balls. That's all I hit for real.
That's not gonna do it.
Yeah. We grew up competing. I never competed with nobody as hard as I competed with my brother, for real.
Yeah.
Nobody, winter workouts don't match with how me and him competed.
Yeah.
But I think the way we grew up, the way we carried ourselves and the work ethic we had, just due to our parents sacrificing as much as they did for us, school, us being disciplined and heavy on school and sports as well. But I think it definitely catapulted us into the way we are now, and it helped us once we got here. The structure we had, and the people we had around us growing up in different programs, we learned a lot from them, and they learned a lot from us. So I would say just different upbringings, the programs we've been in, different teams we've been on, helped us get to where we are now, and helped us kind of mold into the people we are today. But it was a point in time we was not gonna go to the same school. You know the school.
Yeah.
I had a little feeling in my heart for that school, but we thought about separating and not going to school together at one point. But then we both came to Penn State, and we said, "Oh yeah, we coming here." So it both clicked for us then. And
can I ask, was that like a main pitch strategy for Coach Franklin getting to play together at Penn State?
I don't want to say so, because I want to say that they ain't want me at first. They ain't want me at first. They had, remember, the Nike opening. The Nike opening camp, my brother got open. He won an MVP. He got offered next day, and we in the same hotel room.
Y'all together, right?
You can't get jealous of your brother, but you like, dang, Penn State. He got like a couple offers in Penn State, West Virginia, another offer. I'm like, dang, hold up. All right, then it took a while for Penn State to want me, and then I'm like, yeah. I always joke like I was an afterthought, but. Nah.
Not anymore.
Not no more, right?
However it look, not no more.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
I was about to say, and Coach Franklin is definitely glad he grabbed you up.
Yeah.
When he did. I know it.
Yeah, you got
it. He loves you, boy.
Yeah. He always did love you, though, man. He always did. And you know what I remember about you initially? Were you an early enrollee? How did it work? 2021 was your first year?
Yeah, 2021.
So you must have early, yeah. So you were early enrollee, because I remember not really knowing you like that, but I remember that year in winter workouts, you were undefeated, and you were like the tire pool guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
like
my
they would
God,
just like test you. It was at a point where they were about to start putting you in there with offensive linemen, because you were dragging all the people that were your size. Are you still like the champion of tire pool?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never nobody ever came and gave you any real work in that?
Yeah. I would say the first one, Robbie Dwyer. Strongest dude in Penn State history.
Yeah.
But
For some reason, I'm sorry,
bro.
Robbie. I don't know, bro. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Like, you gotta understand, like, knowing Robbie when he was younger and then seeing what he ended up being in terms of strength and
yeah, bro. I didn't even see what he was younger.
He was not that.
It was not that
Not
anywhere
at all.
near
That's what
that.
I was hearing.
But everybody develops and changes, and then somehow he came back from COVID.
Yeah. There was
Like,
something
busting out the
mysterious during
seams.
COVID,
I don't know,
Yeah,
but
Robbie Dyer is probably one of the strongest dudes. But Nick Singleton, man, he the strongest 225er in the world.
Yeah. Did y'all ever get a tire pull in, you and Nick?
Yeah. I got him, but
But yeah.
you get pulled back about 2 yards.
Yep.
Man.
You're like, let me lock in, let me lock in. And honestly, if he wasn't 225, it might have got bad.
I don't know. I still got willpower, because
You love saying that. Talk to me about your willpower.
Willpower is a thing, man. It's just a mindset. It's a state of mind. It's just like you line up in the trenches. You lined up in the trenches before.
Yep.
You got that man in front of you. You're not losing.
Right.
That's all it is to me.
It is what it is.
I love
You've gotten
that,
like
though.
really wise and mysterious as you've gotten older.
I love that
Sometimes.
willpower. I love that willpower. So, seeing as though you've been here since 2021, you've had some incredible coaches here. What has Coach Allen given you this year to help elevate your game and just make you just a better Mike?
I would just say he definitely helped me understand why we doing things the way we doing it now. Not saying that I didn't understand how things were going in the past, but just understanding why we doing this, and
It's more detailed.
yeah, way more detailed, and being a better leader, actually, because Coach Allen a good guy. He a great coach, great person. Everybody love him, but he just like I was saying, getting better every day. He challenged me to get better every day. So that's what I would say. He's got to help. He make us understand why we doing things the way we do it, and what we supposed to be doing. And he want everybody to lead and just be a good person first.
Yeah.
Because football is football, but you know Coach Allen, he want everybody to be a good person, and I definitely love that about him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
I want to ask you, so you talk about developing as a leader, and Coach Allen sounds like he's been a huge part of that, but what does that mean? Like, break it down to me. When you say that you're a better leader this year than you were last year, what specifically can you point to where you're like, I'm doing this a lot better than what I was before?
I would point to me grasping guys and not grabbing guys in the locker room, but, guys kind of latching on to me, being a shoulder for certain guys to lean on. And, just being a guy people can talk to and, not be afraid to come up to and, on an everyday basis as well. Having a bigger voice, which I increased that from last year. My dad used to get on me about that. Expressing my voice, not just being a laid-back guy, not falling into your habits and how you are, just increasing things and coming out of your shell. I came out of my shell a little more this year.
For sure.
With using my voice, using my role. Just building respect. That's what I would say. Building respect both ways with the guys up under me, the guys with me like Vaughn, and just holding myself accountable and us holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
I
want to know. Go ahead, Vaughn.
No, I was gonna say, so like we have 2 games left, Minnesota, Maryland.
Yep.
And then we're in the playoffs. This is the first year for that. This is your first year experience. It's my first year experiencing. What do you think it's going to take for us to, what do you think it's going to take for us to make it past first, second, third round in order for us to get to that national championship?
For us to do that, we got to be real with ourselves, both players and the coaches. We got to get better every day, learn from past mistakes. Make new mistakes and learn from those. Mm-hmm. But I will also just say, man, taking it day by day, because if you take it day by day and things to take care of itself until game time come in, we'll just revert back to our training. But I just think getting better every day and, just focusing and being where your feet is every day, locked in, and just approaching it with the right demeanor and the right mindset so we can get better.
Yeah. And then, you look at games previously from this season, and we're doing things that we haven't really done in the past traditionally. It's sad to say, like in that USC instance, right? It was such a close game. And a lot of times, Penn State, we've fallen on the other end of the tracks when it comes to that. You look at Illinois from that 2021 year, your freshman year, we went into 9 overtimes and we ended up on the losing side of history. But this year, we've taken a step forward, I believe, and we're able to finish in those close games. What do you think has been the difference between our preparation now versus how it was in previous years?
I'd say the guys being more connected, one thing, not saying that guys weren't connected in the past, but you can definitely sense how connected guys are rather than how it was in the past. But I just say some things that the coaches emphasized was finishing, being closers, also them emphasizing situational football and being situationally aware, and just the players bought in.
Yeah.
Players bought in, guys in the locker room, a lot in the facility. Guys want to get better every day, but I think just the coaches emphasizing being closers and finishing, and the defense taking it upon themselves to actually do it and execute it is really the main thing. Because if you're not trying, what are we gonna do?
And speaking of that too, with Coach K in the mix now, in terms of our offense, like how have you seen our offense change? Because now, we're able to put up points, and what it seems like outside of a single game this year, we're doing it at will, with so many weapons like Tyler Warren, Trey, our 2 great running backs, Nick and Fat. The list goes down a lot. The list goes down. But what have you seen from Coach K that made a difference, that's making a huge difference? Like, what did you see early on that's making a huge difference for our team in terms of our offense?
What I see early on was the offense challenging themselves first, and they did that in the show, and them actually challenging us. I would say, just from my years being here, offense never really, the score sheet competition periods, but this year the offense was always on our back or right up behind us, so I would definitely think they did a great job challenging us, challenging themselves, and dialing in for the offensive schemes, really.
Yeah. That's so cool for me to hear. Vaughn, you might remember, and I don't want to, again, I'm not throwing anybody under the bus by saying this, but like you said, there was especially when I first got to Penn State, 2018 and 2019, we would do those competitive periods, and it would be like 11-1,
Yeah.
9-3. Like,
Yeah,
it would get to the
like-
point where Franklin would be like, it's not even competitive, like spazzing about it. Like,
it's not. It's not like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a overwhelming, dominating like thing over the offense. Like it's competitive. Like you have to be on your P's and Q's.
for sure. Can I ask a quick question, Kobe? Because you mentioned, Von, actually, you mentioned Nick and Fat, the two running backs. I mean, you see them every Tuesday and Wednesday, and you've been seeing them, right? Like, what is it about those two guys individually that makes them so special as the guy who's actually taking the most reps against them?
For me, they two great backs, two different backs. Nick, speed, crazy speed, strength, fat man, quickness, his feet's crazy. I would just say seeing them guys definitely helped me understand the linebacker position a little more. They helped me dial into my run fits a little more because ultimately, linebacker is running back. They trying to find the hole we trying to find. So
Right.
that definitely helped me, and just asking them questions after practice, during practice, and one-on-ones, how to beat the running back in my pass rush move. Just learning from them and just compete with them every day. I make them better. They make me better, and that's how Penn State football is.
So let me ask you, in that, I can totally imagine Kobe King versus Kaytron Allen being highly competitive and
Right.
everybody's getting better. I can see that.
Yeah.
But have there been moments in the past where with either one of those guys, like y'all are talking crazy to each other, like mid-practice, like as things happen? Like how competitive does it really get?
Yeah.
Are you a trash talker?
Yeah, I'm a trash talker. We talk crazy, but not too crazy.
Right.
Not too crazy, but
I don't know. The refs been on that this year. I don't know what it is.
The refs have been-
in game.
Yeah.
In game,
can't
it is.
say a word no
you
more.
can't say nothing. I
Really?
mean, AJ, all he did was stand over, bro, in the end
Yeah,
zone,
they were
and he
not
got
having
a
that.
flag.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like they're really coming down on us about that.
Yeah, it'd be a little room to talk trash, but me, I'd just be trying to be dialed in. And,
Trying to do your job.
Yeah,
So you ain't trying to do all that.
but like before the play, I'm always looking at the running back in his eyes, so he's like, I'm shaking my head. Yeah, like you can feel the demeanor. So
I done heard Mike.
I done heard Mike talking crazy
You
too.
know what I
Right.
mean?
You got a little
But it turned
crazy
me up
sometimes.
though. I was like, yeah.
That's good.
My bad. If you had a question, but
No, I was just gonna ask you. I feel like people that know football obviously know this, but some people really don't. Like the way the defensive line and linebacker play correlate off of one another. Like I'm sure there are times where Devon's thankful to have you behind him because maybe a double team will come off early, and vice versa. Or maybe a guy like Von is holding on to those double teams. So I just want to ask you, like, what have you seen from that D line that's allowed you to play so free? It's very noticeable to me that you're running sideline to sideline. You're all over the field, running free, making plays a lot of the time. How much has that D line helped you do that?
man, I think I expressed to those guys how grateful I am of them. But Von, no. Every time I come to the sideline, Von be like, yo, you get touched yet? Nope, I'm good.
that'd be the only thing. As long as my
yeah.
mic free making plays.
Yeah, but I would definitely give all the credit to the D line, man. It starts up front, but how much they deal with every day, not it's a lot on their plate, but the D line I got, man.
Yeah. And I feel like that goes hand in hand in how well we're playing. You know what I mean? Because now I'm holding on to double teams, or Zane holding on, or Zoe, or whoever's in there, Cole. Now our Mike is playing free. Now Mike has 6-7 tackles. Okay, now they're keying in on Mike. Now they're coming
Now
off the
it's your
double
turn.
teams fast.
Right.
Come here.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn to play a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that just goes hand in hand. You know, when Mike does well, we do well, and when we do well, the DBs do well. When the DBs do well, everybody eats. You know, everybody eats off each other. So,
But I would definitely say that goes to Coach Allen, his coaching style, and me, my evolution, just trying to understand football more, learning what they're doing, knowing what they're doing, so I can be in the right spot. But I just think it's us being in the right spot and not trying to do too much more in our job, and taking the play-by-play. That's all it is.
yeah.
Sure.
And I mean, you talk about being play-by-play, game by game, week by week. But now that we're a couple weeks out, after that Ohio State loss, I feel like we've grown a lot, not only as a defense, but as a team, from offense to special teams to defense. Like everybody, the coaches, the training staff, everybody's grown together as a team. What would you say has been the biggest difference from that week to now? A lot of teams later in the season, they kind of dwindle down, later in the season, and they're not getting better. But it seems like every single week we just keep getting better and better and better.
I say, man, it started with us really. You know how the energy is in there after some days, man. Some days you don't feel like doing it, but the standard is standard. I say just guys getting better from that loss and learning from that, and guys actually bought in enough to go up to coach's office and have extra meetings with him and put more time in the film room. But dudes just definitely want to do more, learn more, and be right. And from the defensive perspective, as a linebacker, all the linebackers, man, we in the film room almost every day. After practice sometimes. We in the QB lab watching film, breaking it down, going through run fits in the lab on the turf. But I would just say guys just being more accountable. Guys wanted it more. Not saying that guys didn't want it, but actually being bought in enough to understand what they're doing and what they actually want. Because some guys just want to play, some guys want to make plays, but how you gonna make those plays without putting the work in, film study, and extra meetings, things like that.
Yeah.
But guys just turned up their intentionality level a notch, and it's showing right now.
Yeah, we'll talk.
This is my last question that I have for you, Kobe. I think, I know no decision has been made or announced yet, but I mean, at a certain point, you are coming to the end of your Penn State career, right? Like whether it's now or it's in a year, whenever it may be, right? Like you're getting to that point. As you've gotten older, you're a captain. You've seen it from the time that you were a freshman to now. Like, what do you hope that your legacy is when you leave this spot? Obviously, with the NFL being a goal of yours and you want to go do that, like, what do you hope to accomplish at Penn State before it's all said and done?
First, I want to be one of the best linebackers who've been through Penn State and at Penn State. Secondly, I just want to be known for being one of the best people, teammates, and, Penn Staters there was because, I treat everybody the same. I think that just goes along with the type of person I am, having great humility and treating people with a certain kindness because it also goes a long way.
No doubt.
But, I want to leave a smile on everybody's face. I want to leave a good impression on everybody's face, just like it's my first time meeting them. And I don't want nobody to have anything bad to say about Kobe King. So that's ultimately it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you talk about leaving a legacy. So what would you have to say to a young linebacker out there, Detroit, Michigan, trying to leave his legacy? What advice would you give him, about the game and being successful and playing at the highest level?
Advice I would give a young linebacker coming out of the city, coming out of any city, man. Focus on getting better. Dial into details. Focus on what you're good at. Focus on what you're bad at. Increase both of them. Change the bad to good, and increase the good to great. And just focus on getting better every day. Because if you're not, what really are you doing? You can't wait till next week or 2 weeks from now. Even if it's not working out or doing any physical activity, things with your mind, get your mind right. Focusing on just how to get better and how to actually just cultivate something that you want, because everybody want to be something. Yeah. And they say if you want to be a doctor, you can't just wait till I'm going to study this when I study it. Yeah. You have to already, I'm a doctor now.
Have that mentality.
Have the mentality.
Yeah.
And, just take it day by day, because you can't get too high or too low. Good days, bad days, good games, bad games, man. You got to learn from it and just get better. So that's really it.
Talk.
Kobe King, the vet, bro.
Wise words from Mike, man.
That's wild,
Wise
man.
words from Mike.
Kobe, appreciate your time, bro.
Hey, Drew.
Appreciate all the viewers back home tuning into the Lions Den. Make sure to stay tuned for more exclusive content and the best player interviews you'll find. We're getting ready to come to playoff season, Devon.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay tuned right here, because you're not going to want to miss any of this content. If you're not subscribed to State Media already, make sure to do that. We'll be back with another episode next week.
And don't forget, Day of Giving is coming up soon. Please donate whatever you can. Tell your friends, tell your aunties, tell your uncles, tell your grandmas, tell your brothers, your sisters, your grandfathers, everybody. Everybody should know. Everybody should give. Give to the less fortunate. It'll help tremendously. And I appreciate everybody that's doing so. Take your time out of your day to give, share, and thank you.